The greatest power in the universe is life, and it's in you. Every moment, every hour, every day, month, and year, you gain more experience, more ability, more power. Go be great.
You're listening to the Go Be Great podcast with Travis Wolfe Sr., inspiring you to strive for greatness in everything, everywhere, every time.
Go be great! Great day. Welcome to the Go Be Great podcast. I am Travis Wolfe Sr. and you are great. God gives seed to the sower. God gives seed to the sower. Somebody said that to me one day, man. It was one of the most profound things I have ever heard. I know it was a simple thing, but yet so profound. God gives seed to the sower. I think it was 2017, and I wasn't in a good place financially. I didn't prepare myself well. I was making six figures, living check to check, right? And I had to pay for some things that came up, didn't have extra money. And I was broke, quite frankly. And I used to get my clothes washed at this laundromat. All right, I didn't like to have my wife wash my clothes and put that on her because we had 3 kids and we always had clothes out the wazoo. My kids were wearing clothes like there was no tomorrow, so I didn't like to put that extra on her. And plus, I liked my clothes folded a certain way. I like my shirts folded a certain way. Like the military has taught me how nice and neat that looks, so I always wanted to keep that up. But I didn't want to do it myself. I'll be honest with you. I was a little too, I called myself busy, but whatever. I was maybe too lazy to do it. Whatever. Nevertheless, I used to go to this laundromat, get my clothes washed, and every time the lady would wash my clothes, I'd pay her. I think I had to pay first. So I would pay her first, but when I come back, I would always give her at least a $10 tip every time, at least $10. And this particular time that I came back to pick up my clothes, I was dead broke. Like I said, I didn't have any money in my wallet. I did not have any money in the bank. I did not have any money on my credit cards. I literally was dead broke. Everything was maxed out. I couldn't squeeze $1 out of nothing if I wanted to. And I went to pick up my clothes, and I felt so bad because I never leave without giving the lady something, and I know she was expecting it. And, I don't know her situation, but sometimes she would be talking to me and complaining about money, her financial situation and just in general conversation. We had built a relationship. She was, open with talking to me about some things, and I couldn't leave her like that. I was so grateful for what she had done, the work she put in to make sure my shirts were all perfectly square and folded nice, and I had to bless her, but I didn't have anything on me. And I apologized and said, I apologize. This time I don't have any money with me today, but next time I promise I'm gonna take care of you. And I went to the car. I'm like, I definitely cannot leave this lady without giving her something. She was okay with it. She was grateful that I always give. She's like, no, baby, you always give. Don't worry about it, honey, whatever. But I'm like, I can't leave this lady without giving her money. So I start rummaging through my car. I usually keep a couple dollars of cash in there or some change somewhere just in case I have to give somebody something or bless a family or anything. So I'm looking through my car, and I was able to find $5. I don't usually keep it in my armrest, but I found $5 in my glove compartment. So I'm like, man, I don't even keep money in the glove compartment. So I know this is supposed to be for her, So I didn't have no money, y'all. If I would have wanted to get something to eat on the way home, I couldn't get nothing to feed myself and my family. I had no extra money. And I don't remember when payday was coming, but it wasn't tomorrow, right? And I was hurting. But I blessed that lady with the $5. She was so grateful. Oh, baby, you don't got to do it. And I'm like, nah, this for you. Thank you. And she took the money, man. I walked out of there like, just grateful to God that God was able to allow me to bless someone in their time, of need, even though I needed it. And I went home, and I was a little messed up about it a little bit. I was like, I was working to stay grateful, even though it was hard. I was working through it, and I get home, exercising gratitude, just grateful to be able to help somebody. And I got home, and my wife gave me the mail. It was a check in the mail, a check I had been waiting for months. It was a 5-figure check, y'all. Like, it wasn't not a low 5-figure. It was a 5-figure check, and I had been waiting for this check, and God knew we needed that blessing for our family. And oh my goodness, the moment that I absolutely could not give anything else, I still found a way to serve and to give. And that's when God blessed me with abundance. When we serve, God knows when you serve, when you don't have any more, when you give your absolute last from your heart, that's when God rewards you with abundance. It's a universal law, universal principle. You reap what you sow. And when you don't have nothing left to give, that is when you are supposed to give. Especially that's when you are supposed to give, because that's when you know you're blessing from your heart and God will bless you with abundance, guys. God gives seed to the sower. When you give and sow into others, when you give and give unto others so they can grow, God gives you abundance so that you can grow, so you can give more and serve more. The secret to success, the true secret to success, everybody's got a secret to success. But I'm telling you right here, right now, the true secret to success is service. And one of my mottos is service to God through service to others, right? When we're just serving simply to serve God, when we're giving to others simply to serve God, when we are serving and giving and helping others simply to glorify God and not for anything else, serving with nothing in return, serving without wanting anything in return, serving without having any intention to get something later on, to serving without expecting something back, that is when God serves you and gives you abundance. Service to God through service to others. God gives seed to the sower. You will never, sometimes we feel like, man, I ain't got no more to give. I've given everything I've got. I've given everything I've got. I've got nothing left to give. You always have more to give. You always have more to give. The sower never has a deficiency when it comes to seeds. The sower is always able to plant and plant and plant. Why? Because God will always give you more. God will always give you more. God will always make sure that you have what you need to forward God's mission, to serve other people. Because that is the mission that God has given all of us to do, to serve others and to glorify Him. So, guys, if I can tell you nothing else, I will tell you this. Serve, serve, serve your way to success. This true secret to success is service. Go get some. Don't forget, God gives seed to the sower. Go sow and go be great.